Rhenda?
She's really pretty today, and I'm Jim.
And you're really handsome.
She's just saying that.
No, I'm not.
She's trying to make me feel good.
I have a lot of questions from people who want to know how to eat.
Do you have answers for them?
I have answers. It's the hardest part, obviously. We got rid of everything we need, and then what are you going to eat? And
there's nothing left in the house.
It's so weird because I was standing there today thinking about it, and I thought, wow, we've been doing this for 10 years.
Not having anything
August.
to eat?
No. No.
We eat good. We really do.
So what I wanted to do is just give you some ideas of what to do. So remember, I want you to start with a protein. Now, I'm not as good at proteins that aren't a meat or a cheese or something like that.
Because we do meats and we do animal products. So.
But there are a lot of ones, and I'll go ahead and get things together, and probably a vegetarian can teach that. I know my son is a vegetarian. Well, I know that they know what to eat for protein really well.
Yeah, they
lots of greens and lots of vegetables that have protein in them.
They do extreme sports. I mean, they run 50-mile races. They do a lot that demands much of their body. So they've got to have the right nutrition to stay alive. These little guys throw all their wood chips into their water. So I don't know what we're going to do with them.
Well, we did have them on a screen, but
they even did it then.
The point is, they need out of this little thing, and that's what we're working on today.
Need a better watering system.
They need all those things that we know to do. We just haven't got it done here.
So that's better. Not perfect. I need to do the other ones. I think they have plenty of food.
So some of the proteins that we eat are salmon patties or salmon. We just had some turkey burgers.
Yes.
They're so good. We don't love dark meat or
white meat.
We don't love white meat. And so these were 2 drumsticks that I took all the meat off of.
Turkeys have drumsticks.
And they were actually just boiled. That's what I had done with them. And I took them and I put 2 slices of bread. So it was 2 whole drumsticks. And okay, let me rephrase that. One of the drumsticks, I took the meat off and it's still in the fridge to use for something else. So a drumstick, and I put a couple of slices of bread in it, of the Ezekiel bread, and they're really small pieces. And then 2 eggs and some onions, chopped onions, probably like a 1/4 cup or more, maybe even 1/3 of a cup, because we really like onions, don't we? And then all the seasonings, thyme and garlic and all of that. And you just whip it together and put it in, I cooked it in coconut oil, and I've made salmon burgers and I've made chicken burgers, but these were good.
These are very good.
Really good. So that's,
we had them 2 meals in a row.
We did, because they're there.
And
so
we were happy about it.
Don't waste your food and say, oh, I don't want to eat leftovers. Just make enough. So lean hamburger, stir fry, a chicken stir fry, a pork stir fry, lots of vegetables with a little bit of meat. That's good to eat. Use your vegetables. Chicken breasts that are cooked with pecan crust on them. What are some other things? I mean, we'll have burritos once in a while, but I either do a corn tortilla or I make my own flour tortilla, because it's very hard to find flour tortillas that don't have hydrogenated or soybean oil or the wrong kind of stuff. And it's hard to find anything in the store that doesn't have soybean oil in it. So even tuna fish, we like tuna fish. What else? Our puppy wants out. Chicken salad, chicken enchiladas, pork chops. We love breakfast for supper. those kind of things. So those are just some of the ideas that you can have.
Okay, not the most enticing pile of stuff, but the chickens will go gaga over it.
Well, they had some good stuff this morning.
Yes, they did.
So you know Jim.
I do know him.
The homestead
He's a great guy.
is all about food. Everything we do here is about food.
That's why we're here. We're here because of food.
And it's overcast. Oh, yay.
Oh, wow. Chickens are loving this. Limited heat. That's why it's feeling so cool inside. Hey, ladies. Got some goodies for you. Hey, get this.
Oh. Oh, yeah, they like that. Did they? Oh, the coleslaw was in the bottom of that. Did you just dump all that out right now?
Yes.
Oh, they love the coleslaw. That was left over and it's kind of fermented. So they'll really like it. It'll be good for them. Look at that, just eating and eating and eating. See, the whole thing is about food.
One of the 4 food groups that we talk about being necessary and beneficial are fats, and we're not saying like a large quantity of fats, but there's a variety of sources for the good fats, the healthy fats, and we tend to eat a fair amount of avocados. Great source of the good healthy fat. We use them in a lot of ways. I mean, we eat them just bites of avocado, but mixed with a wide variety of foods, they can really lighten up a
they're good on
recipe.
Eggs, they're good on...
They go with just about anything. Oh. And they, when you're looking to add a little bit of color, you know, when you got a lot of bland looking colors, here's this green avocado that just kind of, here I am. But it's also good for you.
Almonds are really good for you too. Making the mayonnaise that we make is made with a good fat. Eggs have fat in them because they have cholesterol.
Yeah, we do a lot of eggs, and they're good healthy eggs.
Good cholesterol, good eggs.
We were getting rid of because it was old.
Yeah.
They think it's
I made too much.
Okay, so yeah. We wanted to open it the other way. We couldn't get it to work because of the shape of things. But what do we got? There's a little bit of weight in there.
Or there. They're such beautiful eggs.
Okay, let's see if more hens use the left side than the right side. Oh.
Crack?
Almost as many.
Did you crack that one?
No, they just rubbed it up against each other.
It looked like it was cracked to me.
Didn't seem to be cracked. I don't see any.
Perfect. The perfect package.
So 7 today.
Yay.
5 yesterday, 7 today. Still not a bad average. We tend to do a lot of nuts. I find that sometimes I crave nuts.
Nuts are our go-to.
Yeah.
They really are. And we don't...
I think it's possible to overdo them because they're so good and so easy to eat. But they're a great source of the fats.
We don't always soak them and dehydrate them. The reason you do that is to get rid of the phyto acid. Somebody asked me, one of the people asked me that. We really don't love the walnuts done like that. The almonds are okay, but some of them just don't come out so good.
One caution on the nuts, they do tend to go rancid. And we've brought them home from the store, opened the package, and they're already rancid. So who knows how long they've been sitting in the store. So you need to source them somewhere that they're relatively fresh. You don't want to eat them if they're rancid because it's no longer a good fat. It's now gone into the ranks of a fat that's not going to be healthy and good for you.
Yep. And I talked a little bit about rancid, I think, on my last video too.
Yeah, I was just bringing it up.
No, it's good.
We were saying nuts, but...
Repetition. It's essential that we make some changes in Little Barn. This is Little Barn. I named it Little Barn. And Little Barn has the Coop in it. And Little Barn is too hot. and we do not want to stress out our chickens. So we're making a couple of changes. Come along. Kind of looks like a storage room. That right over there, full of boards, and a wall that's drywalled is coming out. And we're going to put chicken wire, like this chicken wire over here, over there. This window that's boarded up, the wood is coming off, and we're going to put hardware wire so that they can get some air to go through, because we don't have any screen right now. So we're going to do hardware wire and then just get the screen that you roll out and put over it with boards so that nothing can get into it. We also are cutting a new door here and making it so that we will be able to have air ventilation there. That's what we're doing.
I'm excited. Do you have a question for you? How do we keep rain from coming in?
I'm not worried about rain. If it rains, I'm going to shout hallelujah.
Okay, you're not going to have anything sitting there that can
Nope.
destroy it. Okay, I'm good with that.
Oh my goodness. My job's to clear out the junk, and then his is to take the stuff down.
Okay, can you bring the camera in here? I want to show you
It's
something.
right there.
I want you to see something.
Oh, is it going to be bad?
Yeah.
Oh no. He's going to show something bad. Is it going to be a snake?
Yep.
Jim, is it a snake?
Well, I want to, yes it is. It's going to be a snake.
Have you found a snake?
Yeah.
Is it dead?
No.
Do you need a gun?
No, it's a gun.
What are you going to do to kill it?
Sweetie?
Is it black?
Yeah, it's one of those
Rat snakes? That would eat those chickens right up.
Yep. That's what I want to point out, is that what we're doing here is getting rid of habitat that kind of critter could use. So I need like a garbage bag or something I can put this insulation in. Okay, gonna get you up nice, close, and personal there, so you can see the little head sticking out. You see him? Don't know if you see or not. Try to get it to move so you can see what I'm talking about. There are the lights on. See his head go back in? That's where he is. I'm not planning to kill him.
You're not going to kill him?
No, I'm going to turn him loose out here so he goes away. I just don't want him in here. He's going to do good things for us. Just not in here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well,
You're going to kill my chicken.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won't do good things in here if I leave him in here. It'll only be a problem if he stays in here.
Is he just sitting there watching you?
No, he went to hide because I got up too close to my things.
So he's probably coming in here.
No, he can't. He's stuck where he is. And he's scared to move. Because he's got nowhere to go. He's hoping, hey, his head's sticking out again. He's trying to figure out, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I'm trying to get everything cleaned out so he's got nowhere else to hide from me. Okay?
Okay.
And that there aren't any more. That's the other thing I'm looking for. Whether or not there's more.
Yeah, well, I'll be real happy when this pile gets put down.
Yep. Yeah, you can't see down here, but this one's wide open. Okay, Snakey, what are you going to do when I lift the top off of where you're sitting right now?
Is it on camera?
What's that?
Is it on camera?
It's going to be on camera. So I'm going to be lifting your top off. Lifting you off, it looks like, huh?
Oh, gosh. You want a pitchfork to take him out?
I don't think he's going to pay attention to a pitchfork. I may just have to grab him and throw him out. He's looking for a way out right now. He doesn't have one. I'm going to try to herd him out towards the door. Well, you can go up pretty high, can't you?
Oh, gosh.
Yep, head towards the light. Head towards the light.
Not my door, not my door, not my door.
He's heading out. There he goes. Heading in the right direction.
No! He's strong, huh?
Well, I don't want to hurt him.
Well, I can tell you this. Don't you let him go. You'll be pulling him out of the whole wall here.
I know. You went to the left, you should have gone to the right. Snake, I don't want to hurt you. If you only knew how bad I didn't want to hurt you. But I can't let you go to the rest of the places.
Can you grab his head and pull it out?
Sweetie, I can't get to his head.
I mean, you can grab that part of his body and pull it out.
Yeah, then he can. I don't know if they bite. If they bite, I don't want to get bitten.
No, I get you.
He's so scared. Dang it.
He's just weaving himself right through there over and over and over.
Yep. I'll never get it out. Yeah, come back through. Come back through. Yeah, come on. Come back through. Shoot. Well, I may just need to kill it. You willing to kill it?
Yeah.
Can you put the shovel in there and chop off its head?
Will I?
Sweetie, I can't let go of it. It'll be gone.
If I can fight with him, maybe he'll come out. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yep. You almost got it.
I don't feel like I'm doing it.
Okay, he's out of here.
I don't think I got him.
No, you didn't got him.
Get him away. Yes or no?
He's way away now.
Is he in the pile of stuff?
He's way out there in the field.
Okay.
As far as I could toss him. Hopefully it doesn't find its way back. But what I've learned is we've got to make these doors snake tight.
Yep.
Starting now. Okay. I don't want to leave here just in case he comes back and tries to come in here. But like underneath of this door, anywhere there's gaps, we've got to fill in. It's that simple.
Holy moly. So we've had an eventful day with the snake in the chicken coop and all the other things we ended up doing to the chicken coop. And we're
sure changed my day when I found that snake.
But it looks pretty good right now. All right, I'm going to give you some strategies to get rid of sugar. I don't...
Just throw it out. That's the best strategy.
It's a stimulant. And coffee is a stimulant. And I had a person who asked me about coffee, and I still am looking that up. I'm not a coffee drinker. I've never been a coffee drinker. But I do know this. The doctor that we follow, that's an endocrinologist, she said make sure that you're not just stopping your stimulants cold turkey, because they're a stimulant. And if you just get super depressed, anxious, really just things aren't going right, then add it back in and slow it down. Taper it down.
So you're implying with the stimulant there's a bit of addiction. Your
no,
body,
there is a total addiction.
your body has this neuro pathway set up to where it's there. If it doesn't get it, it has some very
there's cravings, and your mind is involved in everything. So we want you to take it slow.
Well, and it's not just your mind. I mean, there's some physiological things that are going on as a result of it. Yeah. So it's very real. It's not some imaginary, you know, just tough it out. I mean, it can be rough.
So let's say that you decide that you want a Kit Kat. One of our viewers said, I really feel bad I had a Kit Kat, but then I went out and hiked. And I just thought that was so cute. So if you're gonna have a Kit Kat, throw some protein in with it. If you, I'm not gonna say mess up, but if you just crave it, and it's there, and you're out, and you have a Kit Kat, then you need some protein to go with it. And that's one of the things you're gonna do in order to help you get rid of sugar in the ears. You're gonna add more protein into your diet.
Now, it's also a good idea to add some vegetable, especially like if you can do a leafy green when you're doing that.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, it's hard to think of eating a salad with your Kit Kat. But really, that's the kind of thing that we're saying, is that your body needs that combination of foods in order to process that jolt of sugar without it being just pure sugar going into your veins. It needs the other nutrition there to work with it. And I won't say counteract it, but your body is having a complete balance of food so that it's actually getting some good along with the challenge.
Well, we had to have a little bit of change of plans because of the snake. So we've cleared out all of this whole area here that was loaded with wood. And I got one more nail I got to get out. Oh, we don't want the snakes to eat the chicks. Those are snake-eating chicks. Chick-eating snakes. They're rat snakes, so they'll eat our chicks. So this job, and the eggs, we got a really bigger job than we were gonna do, but we feel really good about this job. So we're taking on all this old drywall, all the old gross insulation. Yes, we're gonna wear masks. We are wearing masks. And taking out all the old cabinetry that was here and get it down to the studs so that we know what's here, we can put it back together. Same thing that we're going to be doing to our house eventually. So, hey, I'm sweating off the weight. I know that's water weight. When we were on those 3 days where we were having our workshop,
yes,
we did not stop and buy food one time. We took our ice chest with us, and we took food with us, and they fed us lunch 2 of the days, and they were very good lunches.
They were good lunches for the most part.
Yeah, for the
most part.
The second one wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah,
but we took with us, when we first went, we had just done hamburgers that we had made homemade, and so we made extra ones, and we were getting there at 1 o'clock is when it started. And so we ate the hamburger just before we got there. So it didn't have to be in the ice chest very long. But on the way home, we were hungry. And, you know, the normal thing is stop and get food. But we didn't. We had taken some bread and some peanut butter and a banana and made peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And we did that 2 different days. We took apples and pears and nuts and blueberries, dehydrated blueberries. What else? We just had a lot of food with us.
Yes.
And so we never ever were tempted to stop. and get something else. And then one more thing I want to tell you about sugar. There's a lot more to tell you about sugar. But drink water, and when you are using recipes, then cut your sugar down in if it calls for a cup, put in 3/4. And then later, when you make the recipe again, cut it down to 1/2. And then, if you can, cut it down to 1/4. Now, I will tell you that when we make our chocolate chip cookies, and I need to make those. In fact, I'm going to make them tomorrow.
Tonight would be great.
Tomorrow. Sorry. Our son-in-law, you know, I shared the cookies with him, and he goes, they're kind of like biscuits. Now, he's been in England, and I guess they have biscuits there, but they just weren't sweet to him at all. And they're very sweet to us because we fill them full of raisins or blueberries or
the natural sweeteners.
Coconut and dark chocolate, the Enjoy Life chocolate chips that don't have anything bad in them. We fill them full. They're like a little granola bar. And in fact, you can take them and put them into a 9x13 pan and just cut them into granola bars. That's what I'll do tomorrow. That's what I'll do tomorrow.
Thanks for inspiring her. See if you can inspire her just to do it tonight.
No. So I want you to read labels. One of the things that they were feeding to us was a Nutri-Grain bar. Really healthy, right? How many different kinds of sugar did it have in it?
It was a list of sugars.
3 or 4 different sugars. So remember what they do.
I mean, you know, you expect to see sugar. So we're reading along sugar. Yeah, I thought, whoa, sugar again, sugar again, sugar again. Wow!
And another thing is, they kept making things with elderberries, and I'm like, okay, so it's a cake made with some elderberries, but it's still got all the other stuff in it. So your goodness of elderberry
wasn't enough elderberry to counteract.
Is not going to counter some of the other things that you put into it. Anyway.
It's almost like lipstick on a pig. Of course, if you like pigs with lipstick, that would probably insult you, but sometimes that's what it's like when we get foods that has one good ingredient and then this long list of... And the good ingredient is not the main one. It's kind of down on the list below the sugars.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it wasn't as much of it as there was sugars. Did you know that vegetables can be carbohydrates?
Yes.
You knew that.
I knew that.
I'm wondering if everybody out there knew it.
Well, if they're if they're starchy, they're a non-veg.
You know,
if they're starchy, they're a carbohydrate.
You know, that was a revelation to me. You know, I thought a vegetable was a vegetable. You should eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
And they're not bad, but they're not a vegetable in the same way that non-starchy vegetables are vegetables.
So when we say eat a good carbohydrate, this is an example of some of the good carbohydrates. A sweet potato.
I have to look at the list. Oh, cooked carrots.
Yes, because if they're not cooked, they're a non-starchy, but if they're cooked, they're a starchy.
Yep.
Because it brings the sugar out in them. Same with peas. I don't know if cooked peas are, when they're not cooked, I think they're still a starchy vegetable.
Think so?
I think so. Corn is.
Corn, yeah.
Corn is always a starchy vegetable.
Cooked or uncooked?
Cooked or uncooked, and I think that's the way sweet peas are too. Ooh, and your favorite, which I don't like at all.
Lima beans.
Lima beans.
Or is that lima beans?
Lima.
Okay.
Lima beans and artichoke. And so those are good to eat, but just know that they are the good carbohydrate on your plate. So if you're going to have salmon and corn on the cob then you want to have a non-starchy vegetable for the vegetable. So a big salad or a pile of greens, something like that. And if you've got butter on the outside of your corn on the cob or cooked your salmon in some good oil, then you've got all of your 4 food groups right there.
Sweet potatoes?
You can, well, if you have sweet potatoes and corn, you're having...
No, I'm saying, are they starchy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that first. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you have corn on the cob and sweet potatoes, then you're having 2 carbs. So, yeah.
So, yeah, you can heavy up on the carbs. So, the question, when you're saying have 5 vegetables, does that include your starchy?
No. No. So if I say I want you to have 5 vegetables today, that is your non-starchy vegetables. As we leave you, we'll show you the finished product that's not finished, but we'll show you that wall.
The end processed project.
Yes.